Hey guys, Hayz here. There is a new event in Tarkov today. There's some stims that have changed. There's also a new quest as well. I'll show you the what BSG put out on Twitter in terms of a video, sort of showcasing it. It's not a newspaper clipping or whatever. It's actually a video that they kind of put out, which looks quite cool actually. It's pretty well done. So yeah, I'll just show it here. So essentially the whole idea of this is that there is a task now that requires you to kill 20 PMCs from Skier under the Obdolboss effects. Now the Obdolboss has actually changed in terms of what it does. So essentially now it increases your endurance and strength by 50 for I think a whole total of 30 minutes. And then also increases the damage taken by your PMC by 1000%. So essentially, if you ever get damaged at all, I'm fairly certain you'll die instantly. It's a one-shot stim. So you get hit, you die. Now, the whole caveat to this is that on the task, you need to do this task without dying. If you die, this task gets reset. It's absolutely insane. Basically impossible for most players. Now, I say most players because Mr. Glorious E, Big Man Glorious, has already finished it. So he's already finished the task a whole, I suppose, maybe 2 hours into the event. About 2 hours after the start of it, he's already finished the task, as you can see here. Now, the caveat here is that if you have maximum immunity skill, you actually get a 55% chance of getting no negative effects from stims or whatever. So essentially what he's done is he's gone into factory fully armored with a Zabralo, Alton. He's gone into factory and he takes a stim. If he gets a negative effect, then he extracts straight away, resets the raid, goes again until he doesn't get the effect, and then goes and kills as many players as he can, and then does it over and over and over again. And this is how it's worked. So essentially, if you have max immunity, then this task is fairly simple. It's fairly easy. It costs a lot of money. If you guys haven't really seen the cost of the Obdolboss, when the event first came out, it was about 500k. Now it's probably, I want to say, around about 200. Yeah, so about 200,000 rubles for the Obdolboss stim. Obviously, everyone's kind of bought it to kind of go crazy and then realize actually this task is pretty much impossible and then just stop doing it. So in my opinion, this task is basically just a nothing task. This event is basically just like a nothing event. It's, you know, we've gone from the whole bosses rotating through maps and stuff and different maps with all the bosses on and that being really fun and really cool, to just having an event that's not an event. I mean, there's literally no point in trying. Like I tried it. The only way I can do it is if I live stream and I get lucky, but I also get all of my viewers to come into a factory raid and I just try and kill them over and over and over again. And I mean, that didn't even work. I died to some guy with a grenade. So it's basically impossible. And you know, unless you get really lucky or you have maximum immunity. So you probably see a lot of players doing this, but have max immunity, and that's just how it is, you know. So the rewards for this task, by the way, are the ability to unlock a TAC 30 scope, Vortex Razor scope, and also a Voodoo scope from traders, I imagine from Skier. So this will unlock as a level 1 Skier unlock, and you also get a Mark 18 semi-auto 338 Lapua rifle, which is nice. If you want to use that, I guess. But I always try to complete it because I love the TAC 30 scope. The TAC 30 scope for me is the best. And I wanted to just buy it, you know, to be able to buy it for cheap. I'm not sure how cheap it is, but I don't know if it's really that good of an event. It's okay, but I would rather have some events that everyone can sort of participate in, because I feel like I tried it and I was like, this is gonna be like really hard. I tried it with, you know, with help, and it still didn't work. I'm just like, well, there's no way like any random person playing Tarkov is gonna actually do this or be able to do this. unless they have max immunity. My skills here, immunity, is level 6. So there we go. Level 6 immunity. Yeah, I'm nowhere near. I'm basically not doing it, essentially. So also a funny thing I just found out, and I just kind of saw it when I was downloading the video for this video here that I'm making from Discord, because they put the videos in Discord. The video file name that they've actually made this video with is hardcore mode. Now, I mean, you see it here, right? The video's right here. This is the full 1440p 50 FPS video. I'm not sure what it's 50, but yeah, whatever. It was actually made yesterday, so the 6th of July, nearly 7 p.m. It's called hardcore mode, which I find really funny. Now, maybe this is a test to see if people would enjoy. I don't think if they're meaning to sort of test hardcore mode and if people would enjoy it or not, I don't think this is it. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. It's just something to think about. Anyway, that is it for me today. Essentially, it's a nothing event. I wouldn't get too excited about it. This also could essentially mean that, you know, because we've had an event that just ended today, and then we have another event like a few hours later, it might mean that we're leading up to the wipe. Obviously, the 0.13.1 patch came out just yesterday, which is pretty cool. Lots of good stuff there. But yeah, either way, I won't keep it any longer. Have a great rest of your weekend, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.